both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Tigers ready to get this thing started and open the season. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. Let's talk for just a second about Texas Tech. You start the season top 25, clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the...
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Auburn. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six.
What a play by the defense, coming out early in the game on the very first drive and setting the tone. Not just forcing a 3-and-out, not just forcing a punt. How about creating a turnover and taking it to the house? Pick six.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Coming out with it, it's Gentry. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive go. Breaks into the open. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. He now has 62 yards for him on the ground now. What a first quarter for this guy. And the Red Raiders just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Back to throw, it's Hammond. Using his feet to buy time. Fires to the right. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
It's nice when a QB can get outside the pocket and break down a defense and take off, but I thought the defense did a really good job of seeing it, understanding where he was going, kind of mirroring him towards the sideline as he rolled out to the right. Didn't give him any space to run the football, covering the pass deep. Really nice defense on that play.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield.
Third down, understanding exactly where the sticks are. You know, you got to stop certain routes so they don't get to certain depths. Quarterback completes it, gets another first down. Got to be a little bit more mindful of where those sticks are.
Wants to go up top on first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. red zone opportunity. They'll run play action. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
This definitely isn't the start they drew up. I mean, you already throw a pick six, now you get sacked. Man, they're going to have to find a way to settle this quarterback down, get something going offensively. So far, not a lot of positives to point to.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Henderson. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Guys, let's chat a little big picture, Auburn. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
Well, that means your system and your culture is working, because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Red Raiders! The defense putting points on the board.
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And here's the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Tigers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got a man. It's Thompson. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. To the air on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Henderson. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball.
Oh, he's got some space. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Quick pass on the jet motion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. Pushed down for the tackle. The Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw on third down. Oh, they're after him. Incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Would have been a 52-yard field goal attempt from here, so they'll try to pick up the first down here on 4th. From the gun, looking for a man. Fires to the middle. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanking the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Leaves it with the back. That's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
In all the visions and all the great things you anticipated happening for this fella, like in the first carry you put it on the deck, like that is a frustrating start, man. What a momentum swing in this game, too. Early fumble, early turnover to get this thing rolling.
First play of the drive, wants to throw. Starting to feel a little pressure. Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on first down. The short hands, it's Davidson. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can spell the touchdown from here. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Looking downfield on first down. Pocket breaking down. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Fighting off the defender. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He wants to throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Henderson. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown over! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Fielded in the end zone. It's Gentry. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Got it behind the line. It's Stone. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. After that last completion, it's second down. On the move, it's Winston. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Wants to throw. It's Hammond. Is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. The Red Raiders will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Pulls it in. It's Henderson. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. And now on second down for this offense. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really...
Looking for a huge play. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Running to the left. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Dropping back, it's Hammond. Under fire. Slings it downfield. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. snap in the shotgun. Rushes on him. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Now on second down. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Turner. And he'll be brought down.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back him off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding him? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A low line drive and short kick. Looking everywhere for room to run with really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to throw, it's Hammond. Here's the pressure. Snagged in the middle, it's Stone. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to throw on first down. He's going for a big play downfield. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Red Raiders will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Auburn offense. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky. And if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around. Doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Auburn sends out the punting unit.
on to kick it away.
Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you've got no shot to win this football.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Looking for a man. It's Hammond. Working that wide receiver screen. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. The Red Raiders decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Caught near the sticks. It's Henderson. Flying out to the left. Some penalties hurt a little bit more or a lot more than other ones. That one wipes out a huge gain. Tight end now in motion. Looking to throw. Trying to burn this defensive back. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking, and something's a little bit off. And I like the deep shot down the field. At least it was an interception, but they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards because everything's been difficult today.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Makes the grab down the left side. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Inside the touchdown Tiger. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll bring it out. It's Gentry. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here.
There he goes.
Offensive line, give me a crack, I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Missouri has the lead right now. Columbia has just been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 7 over Maryland. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Wants to go up top on first down. The quick out. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
He might want another play. Back to pass. Forced out of the pocket. Uncorks one to the middle. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket. And good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB. Nowhere to go with the football.
Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Thompson. Hits the afterburner. Running free. Going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. They had the explosive score, and it's all for naught as that penalty will take the touchdown off the board. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. With the catch, it's Turner. He's got room. Wide open on the right. Touchdown, Tigers. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Aggressive, man. This offense does not want to waste any time. They try to score quickly. 3 passing touchdowns in this game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Gentry. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They'll leave it with him. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now, because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
To the air, it's Hammond. Pressure coming. And he can't pull the trigger, and that will be the final play of the third quarter. We wrap it up with a sack. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's going to let it go. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
One of of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Deep shot for the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the right. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Brought down at the 30 on the return, and this defense has set them up in scoring position.
Let's go. Talk about having one foot in the grave. This was almost over. They're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter, and they got the football. Thank goodness they're choosing to throw the football, not run the clock. Man, we needed that pick. Now it's the offense's turn to go out and make something happen.
Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. And the Red Raiders headed quickly to the line. From the gun, the ground game. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. Grab near the sticks. It's Jones. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to...
Ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
So here comes the Auburn offense. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points. They'll move the tight end. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle for a solid pickup.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few 1st downs together, we're looking really good.
And the Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking for space. It's Henderson. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
They'll run it from the gun. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The short hands, it's Smith. Smashes ahead. Touchdown, Tiger. And they take it in for 6 more points. How about this Tiger quarterback etching his name alongside the greats and maybe wearing out Aubie with extra push-ups after all these points?
And you just think about those guys having those kind of days as Nick Marshall, Cam Newton, just superstars at the position. That's what kind of day he's having so far.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
On the ground, it's West. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Scanning the field, it's Hammond. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43. And now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Pulls and fired complete. Turning it on. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. Couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.